What's going on, everyone? Before we get into the base tour today, I will like to say I will be streaming on Twitch again. So if you want to click the link below, give a follow, come join me, help me build some bases, or even simply if you just want to hang out, um, talk to the community and watch us stress test and base. So get into the tour. We'll start with one of our externals. We do have a total of 2 in this base, and this will be the same upkeep as the other side as well. Super cheap. Coming out, if one of your main TCs ever does get destroyed, simply all you have to do to replace is place this twig build out with a roof and a foundation. Go ahead and delete that, place your main TC. Once you got that main TC down, you can go ahead and reconnect and you're good to go. So we do have a total of 4 gatehouses. These 2 would be symmetrical on that side, and then I'll show you the other 2 that are symmetrical on that side as well. Do some great angles looking out, great visibility. Coming in through a secondary airlock, we do have great angles looking into compound and where breach will be. As you see here, this is where the path that raiders will take, as this is the cheapest path. So coming through here, you do have some great angles looking where breach will be. You can head around. Heading into our compound, we do have a turret that does guard breach really well on both sides. As you see, this is our way to our other gatehouses. Do have great visibility out this as well, and this will be the same on the opposite side as well. So to get into our main base, we do have the go up this hop up here, and you do have some great peaks looking in and out of compound. You have some great peaks looking out to take heli or either shoot at a raid base. So coming through here, this is going to be our way to our main base. As you see, we do have some great peaks again looking down into our breach. Coming in, this will be one of our 2 entrances. We're met with a loot room here, and I'll show you again. It's mirrored on this side, so you do have a loot room with your entrance into your base as well. So we do have 2 great early game peaks on both sides. If raiders do decide to take your door path, which is the cheapest early game, so you do have a way to defend that as well. Hopping down here, we do see that we're going to our 1x2 starter unit. This will be our main TC upkeep for the base. Pretty reasonable for a duo, trio, or even a quad. Should have no trouble getting this upkeep. You can use your loot room however you like it. This is how I like to lay mine out. You can place some more boxes here, or how I like to have a farm, and I'll show you on this side we do have a farm set up. I like to have some more teas and some max health teas, so if you need some more loot storage, you can get rid of the planter boxes and go ahead and place some more boxes or barrels. We have plenty of electric furnaces here, and on both sides we do have bunkers that these are non-splashable. So coming down, as you see, as long as you place a twig, you open these bunkers. I like to have my battery here as well as a couple boxes, and you do a refinery on the side. On this side, we'll show you it's the exact same another bunker, and these bunkers are honeycombed on all 3 sides. So heading on one of our 2 entrances to your shooting floor, you can either use a ladder hatch or a hop up here. I prefer the ladder hatch, just so you get some way to stand on something so you can shoot outside of your compound. So we do have another bedroom coming right out of this hatch. As you see, I am using the rugs just to make the gap a little tighter. Gives you some great angles looking into where your breach would be, as well as some great angles here. I'm using the rug just to make that gap a little bit tighter, and you can go ahead and reach that locker through the rug with no issues. So heading on here, we'll start you some shooting floor angles. Do have some great peaks here to look out. The farther angle you get back, the tighter it is. But you can scoot up forward if you need to. As well as this is honeycomb, it does secondary work as a grenade chute. So you can sit back here, raiders can't see you. You can chunk a grenade, and it's going to go down every time to where that breach is. So it keeps you nice and safe. You don't have to worry about it. So you get some nice head glitch peaks looking into where your furnace wall is. Really, really nice. This compound is really, really tight too, so there's not much room to go, so you do have great angles looking all through. It's going to give raiders a really hard time. Suppose you do get these nasty little pixel peaks looking outside as well. So we'll head around. This will be our way into our bedrooms. We do have 4 lockers for everybody, and we do have some shotgun traps you just see that do guard this entrance. Plenty of peaks looking out onto your shooting floor, as well as if you'd like to place a couple more double door frames here and here. So like here and here, you can place a couple more garage doors and make this a little bit more expensive for offliners taking your roof. Alright, heading onto your roof, you see we do have some great turret coverage on top of your roof, as well as you do have more respawns. You got plenty of peaks looking out. Show you some of these, more head glitch peaks. It's really, really nice. It's gonna be hard for raiders to take you out. Same thing with this one right here. So since you only have 2 externals, you do have these nice little pixel peaks. You do watch your externals, so if raiders are taking it, you do get some great angles that you can defend your externals from. Alright man, well that's the base. Nothing too crazy, pretty simple. It's probably one of my favorite 1x2s to live out of. I'm probably using this as a snowball base for sure. So give this one a try, boys. Let me know how it goes, and I'll catch you in the next one. Alright, to start to build off, we're just going to do one of the staples of Rust, which is a simple 1x2. Go ahead and seal this bad boy in. Place your 2 single doors the correct way for your airlock. And place your TC, and please make sure you lock this TC. If you have barrels, then you can do a barrel loot room. But if you don't have the barrels, then go ahead and do your normal standard loot room you do for your 1x2. I like to place my tier 2 here with a couple small boxes underneath, starter furnace, and then you are able to place a few bags. If you place one in the airlock, you can. If you have a 4-man, up to you however you want to do it. Alright, expanding off of this, simply all we have to do is do 2 triangles and a square. And just simply wall this in. This is going to be your half wall here with the shelf as your hop up. Then you go ahead and seal this in. Make sure you place your double doors and your double frames for when you have garage doors later. Alright, then coming on the other side of the 1x2, basically want to do the same thing, except we're just going to have an extra triangle and square, so it looks like this. And wall this in too. Make your shelves for either your farm or some extra loot. Spam it with double door frames for your garage doors later. And then very simply, wherever your hop up is on this side is going to mirror this side. So you just want to go ahead and just cap that in. And then make your hop up entrance on this side. It's like so. So you're going to need a way to get into your second floor. So simply just fix that. What you have to do is come over here, build out a half wall and a shelf and twig, and you should be able, if you don't have a bag or if your doors are not open in here, you should be able to easily place a twig, triangle through, delete your build up, and then you can place a twig on the outside, upgrade that bad boy to stone, and you can go ahead and delete this and replace your bag if you have one. So this is basically just going to be your way onto your roof. Very simple. Now we have this complete, what we're going to do is get some externals down. So basically on the side where we have our 1x2, I'm going to be using symmetry, so it's going to mirror on the same side. But what we're going to do is place a triangle in the middle that you can go ahead and upgrade this one. And then in twig, we're going to build out a triangle and 7 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and cap out the triangle. Delete your 3 squares, build back the triangles, and we're going to repeat this method. And the reason we're doing that is to make sure we have build priv extended so we can just delete as we go and not have to worry about shooting them out later. So just go ahead and delete 3 more. Build back the triangles. Delete this build out. delete this square and triangle, and then come back, and you should be into the center with the triangle. All right, real simple. So our mechanism is going to be on the right side if we're facing the base. So we're going to do a triangle here, and then here we're going to do a triangle attached to the main base. So to make sure that we don't have this gap, what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3 triangles like so, or 4, excuse me. Delete those 3, and you're left with that one, and that's going to be honeycomb as well. And then you add one over here. Then we need to do a square, 6 triangles, 1 more square, half moon, and then 3 triangles. We need to make sure we get our external TC down. So let's do 2 half walls, make sure the half walls are in the middle. Place your TC. And then I like to use just the single doors. Make sure they're armored later on. And, you know, it's 13 rockets. Just going through door path. So if you want to do your bunker TCs, feel free. I just prefer to use this. So simply connect. All you need is a double door frame and 2 windows for stability. And then walk back your build out. Go ahead and delete here, and you got your externals done. All right, we still have this hop up open here. So what we're going to have to do now is make sure we have a way to get into the base. So we're going to go on this side, and we're going to place 3 squares. On the second square, we're going to go 2 left and 2 right on triangles. Delete your first 2 squares, put a triangle in the middle, and then a triangle in the middle, and 2 on left and right. Make sure it's connected to the base. Make sure you place 2 double door frames here. And this is going to be one of your gatehouses, so we can go ahead and place an airlock. I like to use the shop front. If you want to place a window here, you know, feel free to do that as well. 2 half walls. Double door frame in the middle. And right. Again, I am using symmetry, so this will be the same on the other side as well. So you go ahead and place your 4 frame here. With a half wall in the middle. And 2 more double door frames. Just like so. 1 more in the middle. Looking down, you should be able to place a half wall and 2 windows. Another floor right here, and 2 low walls. Moving forward, place 3 triangles. And you can either do 2 double doors as your entrance, 2 single doors, or like a mix of both if you want. Just depends on if you want more mobility or a tighter airlock. So either or, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Alright, moving on to where your loot room's going to be. So here, as you see, we have one of the loot rooms going here. Here we need to make sure we go ahead and seal this in, as now we have our other way into our base. So go ahead and seal this in, like so. And then still using symmetry. So we just want to basically do a simple loot room, like so. Just like that. Place your double doors here. And then you can go ahead and seal in the top. Now, on our ways in and down to either our farm or our main 1x2 starter, we're going to come out and place a full wall and a double door just to make a little tighter airlock, and then the rest of the door frames in. Alright, still using symmetry. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our compound down to this state. So simply go to your external TC gatehouses. We're going to finish these with 2 squares and a triangle in each. Do a half wall, so. Window, double door frames, window, wall this in. Like so. Looks like this. Here we're going to do 2 more half walls. So, 2 windows, wall facing out, and then you can go ahead and place a roof and go ahead and the soft light. So, if you want some tighter peaks, you can go ahead and place these triangle frames here. with your horizontal embrasures. Just gives you a little bit of a tighter angle. And then here, simply do this. And with your double door frames, place your bed and locker here. Alright, coming over to our other gate entrance. So basically what we're going to do is right here, you'll see you can place a triangle. You just want to place 2, half wall, and a low wall, and then delete the 2. Very simple. We're going to repeat the process over here. 2 triangles, half wall, low wall. Very simple. Still using symmetry, so it's going to be the exact same on the other side. Alright, now that we have that done, we're going to get our furnaces and walls out. So you want to come into this corner right here. Grab your furnace, and you want to place it as high as you can, and then place. You get any simpler than that. Alright, so we get in this corner. High as we can, and place. As you see, you can't go through. Very, very simple. Alright, coming to our main external gatehouses. We're going to start with that, with our walls. Make sure we place them in as far as we can, and we want to come off a little bit of the gatehouse. Just a little bit, so it looks a little snug like this. See, just a little gap. If you do that correctly, then you should have no issues placing your other wall on the other external. Again, same thing, just come off just a little bit. Place as far as you can, then connect. It's a little, it's not the most perfect, like tight gaps, but just to make sure that we get, you know, least amount of walls as possible for a Duotria base. It works, it does the job. Alright, next we want to do our barricades, so simply just place straightforward, 2 on each of these external gatehouses. Do some couple triangle build outs to make your life a little easy. This one here and one here. Delete your build out. Now heading over here. These are a little bit trickier, but just basically just do 2 triangles. And you should be able to place it with no issues. Same thing right here. Pretty simple, straightforward, nothing too crazy. Alright, now that you have that complete, you have our compound, our external TCs, you do want to go ahead and probably before starting building any more, I would advise you to place a couple external TCs. So basically how I do them is just simply just do a triangle, like so. Place it just like that. Upgrade. You can leave them stone for now and then upgrade them to metal. You shouldn't have any issues other game of people like soft siding them, but just get a few down, you know, around. It's gonna just save your life, honestly. Just make sure, like as you see here, see how we have building priv on my bottom right. So just walk out till you can't see it no more, and then you can do this build up. So basically how I do it if I'm not, you know, no clipping, is to do 2 triangles, half wall to hop on this shelf, place. You can now author your team, which is really nice. Place your window or a single door, however you want to do it, and delete, and there you go. You know, if you have any other gaps, you know, feel free to place them, but you should be straightforward where they can't build in on this side anymore. All right, now that you have those complete, we go ahead and seal in our bunkers. So coming to our bunkers, we just basically want to seal in the rest of this, like so. So this is going to be honeycomb. Just make sure you rotate these for the conditional. You see the gap goes away. Then we want to place a shelf here, and you can place a box here and a box here. You might fit like another little box here. I like to place my battery on this wall as well, since it is honeycombed with the ramp. So up to you however you want to do it, and then you can place the door if you would like to. So here, just make sure that you make sure your bunker works with twig. And if you let it be, just make sure this is always left in twig, because if it is stone, you will have this bunker sealed, or like open, permanently open, not sealed, excuse me. But with it open, you make sure you place this roof above you, this floor tile. If you place it the wrong way on this, then the bunker closes. So just make sure you get it on the right one. Then here, we'll place just another frame, and then here, make sure this triangle goes on this wall, so you have this gap looking through. And then we can go ahead and place our hop up. And if you want, on one side, you can delete this foundation, and go ahead and replace a refinery. I didn't raise my foundations high enough, so if you don't, you still can use this as a hop up. So just make sure you raise your foundations a little bit higher. You probably want to have to place a hatch here. All right, come on up, and we're just going to go ahead and seal this in again. Up top, this is going to be a half wall and a low wall, like so. Excuse me, don't do this one. Rotate these walls again for the conditional. This is going to be your other ladder hatch. And then here is going to be a door. Keep down. Again, you probably won't have to place a hatch if you didn't raise your foundations high enough. Then you go ahead and make sure these roof tiles are connected to these back ones. So then you can place your double doors later. As you see, these aren't connected. And there we go. You should have this gap like so. Just to make sure you can place your double door frames later. So here, then you can go ahead and spam your double door frames. You won't be able to place one here. And it is mirrored on this side as well. Same thing we just did. Alright, at this point we're headed on up. We can go ahead and make one of our bedrooms. So upgrade this to metal, then you should be able to place a double door. Again, still use the symmetry. Then we're going to place a window on left and right. And then we're going to place double door frames, 3 of them. Like so. And then go ahead and seal this in. Just like this. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and seal the middle with double door frames as well. Alright, now that I have this complete, we're going to head over here. So we basically just want to do a window, or a half wall window on both sides. Just like this. And then once you do that, we need to hop down and place 2 double frames on the diamond part of it with the triangle frames. And you have to do it in this step. If you don't do it in this step, then you won't be able to have these frames, because then you can place these. And then after you place those, then you can place your embrasures, but you have to do it in this step for it to work. Alright, next step we can do is we come over here. I'm going to hop down for a second and place a roof and come on back up. And you can place your 3 windows like so. Your ramp, make sure you upgrade this to metal. Once you have that, then you can go ahead and place your bed and your small boxes. Just gives you a little bit more angles and peaks when you're walking around. You also go ahead and place these 2 triangles like so. Place your embrasures. As you see, it just gives you a little bit better angles. Try to scoot this bed as high as you can. Like so. And then you should be able to fit 2 small boxes right here. But it just gives you a little bit more angles looking out. Now here, you're going to have to leave this stone to get your peaks looking out. If you do have the building skin, the brutalist, then you can place your embrasure and it gets a really nice tight peak. I know it's pay to win, I'm sorry, but the peak's just too good to just leave it. You still can use it, it's just not as good with the brewless. Alright, above these windows, we're going to do 2 more window frames, like so. And then here, we're going to do 2 triangle frames, and then we're going to place our little roof beaks. Sometimes they can be kind of tricky. I take it slow. Just like that. Very simple. Again, we're mirrored on all sides. You can go ahead and stick your embrasures up here. And pop your embrasures here. Alright, next we need we're going to hop up to roof. So simply where our beds are, what we're going to do is just do 2 triangle half walls, or 2 half walls with a triangle on top. And then I like to place a barrel in here. And then for aesthetic purposes, you don't have to, but I like to place a low wall. And then a double door frame up top. Then on each one of these 4 corners, we're going to do a half wall window. So, just like that. And then you can place your lockers each side and your 4 beds. So each of your teammates get a own private locker. Then we do your 2 half walls in the middle, and then go ahead and seal this in. So, and make sure you place your garage doors and your double doors here. Don't place your shotgun traps here and here. You can, just to help people, you know, when they coming in, just to make it a little bit harder to go deep. So facing out, basically what we're going to do is come out, and we're just going to do our build up all the way around again, just to seal this roof completely in, like so. Just like this. Here we're going to do a half wall and a vending machine, and then we're going to do a window here and here. And then you can go ahead and place 2 triangle frames here. So again, with your ramp, make sure it upgrades to metal, and then you should be able to place 2 beds here. So I didn't do it right. So we'll do this one first on the bottom. Yeah, and there we go. So you can place 2 beds here, just like so. Get your embrasures, your vending machine. As you see, you just get some nice little angles. You can just slide back and forth. Make it fit a small box here, but you also can put some kits in your locker, or in your vending machine, excuse me. Coming here, what we're going to do is just come do 3 frames, like so, 3 windows. And again, if you have Brutalist or any of the build skins, just a less of a hitbox makes it a little bit better of a peak. So then we go ahead and seal your roof, and then add 4 more, or 3 more, excuse me. And then this is where your SAMs are going to go, like so. And then here, we're going to do our double triangles again with our little roof beaks. And then place a single door in the middle, like so. Then we're just going to place 2 triangle roofs here and here, like so. And then our final step on the roof is just do a double door frame, a triangle, and then place half walls around, like so. And then we're going to place our turret. Place it as close as you can to the edge, seal that in, and then place your wind turbine, like so. Then you have your roof complete. Alright, our last step to the base is basically, so where each one of these roofs are, so there'll be 4 of them. What you want to do is you want to come underneath and place a floor tile and a roof and a triangle, or a roof and a wall. And if you have the skins, it's just a lot cleaner, so use the skins if you have them. Same thing. So basically what this does is it adds honeycomb to our loot rooms, as well as it does give you a grenade chute that throws the grenades down to where breach will be. So now you have everything set up. Make sure you place your hatches, your boxes, your beds, deployables, think I got rid of all the main ones. Oh, your turrets, excuse me. So each turret goes on each corner, so it'll be one here and one here. And just make sure that you place your, chain length here and here, just to make them a little bit harder to HV out. Now this base does only have 4 turrets, so if you do want to add more turrets, you can just place them wherever. I mean, you even could probably place them here, to be honest, if you really wanted. Give a little bit peaks. You could place them here if you really wanted to. Yeah, they can, HV them out, but yeah, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. There's areas you can place turrets inside and outside. But yeah, man, this is probably one of my favorite 1x2s to date. I'll probably be using this to snowball in, to be honest. So if you want to catch me live on Twitch, I'll leave my Twitch below, where we test our bases live, and I'll probably do some building for y'all too. Yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoy this. Let me know in the comments how wipe goes and how you enjoy this one, and I'll catch you boys in the next one.